Hey everybody, Sarah Moore here. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 10 calls a day revisited. Okay, so this is an old system from the past and we're just going to upgrade it a little bit with the anatomy of the conversation frameworks. Because as we know, we want to treat all of our customers as coming from a place of service. We want them to think that we have excellent customer service skills. And with that said, all of these words is what we want our customers to feel when they think of their WildTree rep. The only reason we may be revisiting this skill is it's because we haven't taught on it in a while, and we have taught on new frameworks that Jennifer Robinson has shared with us. The anatomy of the conversation, the blame circle choice paradigm, how to give 3 options, using those 3 options at checkout. But the truth of the matter is, if we have nothing on our calendar and we claim to be a WildTree representative, then it's time to get to work and do what we know best, and that's to follow an old system. The difference now is we are completely refocused, re-energized, and coming from that place of service and gratitude, and helping our customers to meet them where they're at, making sure that we are servicing their needs. Okay, so what does that look like? Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab a planner, and it can look anything like this. This is just an example of one. This way you can jot down your 10 names that you're going to call each and every day. And the 10 people are going to be different each day, but you don't have to feel like you need to have hundreds of names to start. A great place to start is to use your customer surveys or to use your contact list of 100 sheet that you had when you first started. And if you haven't revisited that in a while, you may want to bust that out. Another option is just simply to grab a notebook and have a call log each day. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. List the names you're going to call and put the numbers right there if they're not plugged into your phone. And then after you're done with the follow-up email and or text, you can highlight them and say that these people have been called, and I've sent them a follow-up email or text. Now, the awesome part is you're going to recycle these names, and so if you don't hear back from them by a certain day, you're going to put them on the following week. So really, each 2 weeks, you'll have about 40 to 50 people that you're working with. Your list will always grow. And if you do this, and if you do this consistently, you will see results. It won't be any big surprise that you will have a full calendar, which will be awesome. You'll have dated bookings, you'll have hostesses to work with, and maybe you're even overbooked because you've spent so much time being concentrated on these 10 calls a day, this awesome system from a place of service, using the anatomy of the conversation frameworks, that you have room for cancellations. You overbooked your calendar, which is an awesome thing, and you have some room for cancellations. Okay, so closing up this little quick revisit the 10 calls a day, I want to end with 5 quick tips. The first tip is treat this like your job. This, I feel, is our job description. No matter if you signed up simply to share the WildTree product or the Freezer Meal Workshops with a larger group of people, if you want to impact a lot of lives with how to eat healthy, or if you're doing this to make part-time income, or if you really want to take and grab hold of the business opportunity and make lifelong, life-changing income, regardless of your intention, your context that you set for your business, come to this and treat this system like your job description, because it really truly will help you service all of those reasons and all of your customers in a very efficient manner. I feel like if you only have 45 minutes to work your WildTree business in a day, this is the system that you should choose. It shouldn't be making hostess kits. It shouldn't be listening to training calls. It should be buckling down and massaging your business with this awesome system. The second tip I have is listen to the full-blown training on the MRC, the Media Resource Center, of the 10 calls a day. I'm giving you the Cliff Notes version. I'm showing you some images. I'm reminding you to come to a place of service, but there's a full-blown training on this. And if you, again, want to work efficiently and work smarter, not harder, then make yourself completely fluent in that training before you give this one a try. The third thing is you got to do it for 21 days before you see results. If you're brand new to this, or it's been a long time since you've done your 10 calls a day, you got to stick with the program to create the habit. And as we know, it takes 21 days to make a habit. So be sure that you are consistently doing this for 21 days. Take your weekends off. Some people choose to do 15 calls, and maybe they have to take Fridays off too. They want Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. You'll figure out your system, but be sure to do it for 21 days consistently. My fourth tip is I did a previous training on how to categorize people, how to chunk people. Make sure that you're doing that when you're doing these calls. Put them in categories of customer service calls, booking calls, leads calls for the opportunity, hostess coaching calls, and then divvy those up per day. That allows you to build fluency when you're talking because you're leaving perhaps the same message or you're having the same conversation if you get them live, and you're not going back and forth like, oh, am I calling her because she wants to book, or am I calling to see how she liked her freezer meal workshops from Annie's parties? So make sure that you're chunking people. This will allow you to build fluency. And one whole week might be dedicated to inviting people to your relaunch or calling all those leads that slip through the cracks. You will know where you're at depending on where you are in your vintage with WildTree. You may be brand new, and then everybody you're calling is to your launch parties, getting them excited. You may be older in your vintage, and you may be relaunching or calling all those leads that canceled, postponed. It's been a while. You'll know what to do, and if you're not quite sure, ask your upline leader. She'll help you. And then my last tip, my fifth tip, is be sure to track this because you're going to want to see results. I tracked this week because I have been challenging myself and holding myself accountable. I'm on day 7 of my 21-day challenge, and I saw huge progress this week. Coach to Hostess for the 25th, and she is up to 10 people for her freezer meal workshop, so I'm really happy with that. I'm having my own freezer meal workshop on the 23rd, and I have 10 people coming to that. That was all from phone calls for about 4 days. And then because of all those phone calls, I had a lot of people that I can't come, invite me to your next one. And as a result, I got 4 bookings from that. They chose that as an option versus coming to my potential next workshop. So be sure to track because you will see those results. Have a great week. And as always, set your energy well. Go to your work every day with intention and just enjoy WildTree because we enjoy you.